Welcome to the very first episode of the Viewer Discretion Advised Podcast. Today I am joined by my friend, my very close buddy who I know in real life, my friend H.H. Bull, or also known as Justin. How are you doing today, buddy?
What's up, guys? Well, not the greatest, unfortunately. I've been having some pains, but other than that, it's been a day, I guess I could say, the best way to put it.
All right, that's understandable. Well, thank you for being. I want to say first of all, thank you for being my first ever guest on my first ever episode of this podcast. Disclaimer: I am not a professional. Neither of us are. We do not have fancy setups or anything. We are both using laptops as cameras and audio. Except the difference is I have a actual little microphone that you were actually there with me when I got for like $50. So it's not the greatest, but it works. All right, well then we can just dive into the very, very first question of the entire show, which we can come back on eventually, which I would love to have you back on again soon. So I understand that you are currently going to college and also trying to juggle a full-time job. How in the world are you able to do so? Because I remember I tried to do it, it was not easy. But I was also driving back and forth a lot. You live on campus, as we know. So how are you able to juggle all that?
Definitely living on campus helps, but it's really just, I kind of just go with the flow. I don't have much time, so I kind of just, whatever time I have, I usually use to, whether it's free time or just getting something extra done. But like I said, I don't have much of that. Kind of just go with the flow is what I would recommend. I kind of just work everything around what my schedule has given me. Whether I work certain hours, I go to school for certain hours, and then just the extra time I spend just doing what I want to do and just doing what I need to do, I guess, as well.
So you're kind of just, like you said, just going with the flow. Whatever happens, happens. You're not really planning everything out. Just, whatever my day brings.
I really just, that's just how I really do it, is kind of just go with the flow. Just if something unexpected comes up, I kind of just try and figure out what happens next after that.
All right. I mean, definitely one of the days that we all kind of just go with the flow is definitely Sundays.
Oh yeah.
Because we never know what's happening. Most of the time it's because of me. For the viewers, me and JB, Justin, or everyone calls him JB, that's what he's known by, which is actually a funny story that I will let him tell about that here in a minute. At least funny to us. I don't know about you guys, because we have a weird sense of humor that not everybody gets. We both have a dark sense of humor, but also just like high school mentality jokes where they're not really funny to adults. High schoolers, they might be funny, but also at the same time, they're just kind of cringe. But we enjoy them. We have laughs, so we really don't care. I completely lost my train of thought. Oh, Sundays, yes. So me and JB, along with a few other of our buddies, we play D&D. We try to do every Sunday. Lately, we haven't been able to because of me, because life just been absolutely crazy. But like even this past Sunday, I was able to go. We were a lure campaign that our buddy has really thoughtfully planned out, and it is fantastic. But most of the time, it'll be like that day of, be like, hey, are you coming? It's like, no, I'm not. And then it just kind of, they do whatever they want to do. They still get together and everything, but overall, it's just a complete mess, so I get you there. But yeah, so the story of JB. So those are his initials. That's what everyone calls him by in high school, even middle school. That's what he was just known by. And I take it you already know what story I'm talking about.
Go ahead, man. Speak it.
So I'll give a little bit of a background, because you were actually there. I wasn't. I'll just give a little bit of a background so you can kind of go into it. So in high school, me and JB both played football. And there was this one coach who I actually know personally, who was also one of my teachers growing up. He was one of the coaches. And so I guess just from here, after the little backstory, you want to take it from here? Because, again, you were right there.
Yeah. So this was back before, because you were being homeschooled at this time still, right? That's why you weren't on the team?
Was it, what year was it? 9th or 10th grade or 11th?
Ninth. I think it was freshman years when it happened.
Yeah, no,
it was like freshman year. It was like summer workouts, like kind of thing. Like it was like practice. So it was. We were just doing some practicing, doing some basic drills, and I was doing the drill that I was working on was that coach, that teacher. He was the one working on it. Like he was the one running it, and I did it. I was doing great. I did amazing. Apparently, I thought I failed it, but he said I was doing great. And so he's like, I don't think he was the greatest at names. He did ask my name was. I said, oh, it's Justin. And we went on with it. And he goes, no, your name's JB. Great name. I'm calling you JB from now on. I go, okay, we're going to see how this goes. And then kind of just ever since then, just everyone knew me as JB. Not many people knew my actual name besides like close friends and people like in our grade and our teachers, really. Other than that, it was kind of just, it stuck. Everyone agreed and just went with it, and it was just funny. Because it was completely random. Like, none of us were expecting it. None of us were, like, it was like, oh yeah, that's a great name. We just kind of stuck with it. Everyone did. Seniors, everyone. Great time.
Real quick, is there any way you could try and get, like, your camera a little closer? Because I can see you moving and everything, but your mouth is not moving whatsoever.
What?
Is there a way you can, like, move the camera a little closer to you by chance, that way we can kind of focus on you, because your mouth is not moving because of the pixels.
Really?
Yeah.
Like on my side, it's moving, so that's
I mean, that's
funny.
a little better, but not the
best quality, unfortunately.
That's true. No, what I was actually talking about was the person who was also mine and Purges.
Oh.
Yeah. When you
were another there. Time. Yeah, that was. I thought you were talking about the beginning of this beginning of the whole thing.
No. But, I was talking about that one time when he didn't know that was your name.
Oh yeah. I can tell that story too. And for context, he was my coach at the time. Like he was like he should have known my name. He was my coach, and then he was my teacher. I think he was my teacher the next year. And it was just funny because I was sick. I had to stay home. So one of our teammates, also one of our friends, he was like, "Hey, Justin's not going to be able to make it to practice today. He wasn't at school." Which, by normal standards, he should have gone, like, okay, that's good. I'll see him tomorrow. But no, he didn't do that at all. His first question was, who is Justin? That was his first question, and it was just funny.
First name.
He didn't know me by my first name. He just knew me as JB, and so my teammate just goes, "Oh, sorry, JB. JB's not going to be making it to practice today." And he goes, "Oh, okay.
Oh,
I understand." Just, oh, okay, yeah, I already knew that. It was always funny because it's like, oh, so you knew I wasn't going to be at practice. You knew JB wasn't going to be at practice, not you didn't know Justin wasn't going to be at practice.
Right. I love that story.
It's a great story, and I didn't know that's what you were talking about, but at least some people got the backstory behind the nickname. Yeah.
All right, well then, since we did a little dive on you, just a little bit, not a whole lot. There was a few other things I wanted to talk about, kind of about you, and then kind of go into some more questions. But and it is entirely up to you, obviously, if you want to answer them. I'm not going to force you. If you don't want to, simply just say, I'm not really comfortable talking about them. We can just move on. So with college, right? Because, and again, preface to everybody. Me and JB are very, very close friends in real life. We've known each other for, going on, I think 7 years now. Next year will be 8 years because it was ass end of 2015, wasn't it? Or was it early 2016?
That's a great question. Let me think.
Was it first or second semester of school?
Second semester is when I started.
Okay, so then it would have been early 2016. So we're going on to 7 years of knowing each other. And he has always lived very close by, legit 10 to 15 minute drive at the max, and now close to about half an hour to an hour because of where he lives now at the college dorms. So, sorry, excuse me. Excuse also if you see anything in the background. I am currently living with my girlfriend, and my dog is also here. And they're going to be up and down in the background in the bed. So, just to preface that. So, we've known each other for going on to 7 years now. And so, I know a lot about him. He knows a lot about me. And that's where a lot of these questions about him come from, just to help you viewers understand where my questions are coming from. Just prefacing that me and him have spent ungodly amounts of time hanging out in person. Back when COVID hit, we were juniors in high school when it first hit in the beginning of 2020. Towards the end of 2020, when we became seniors, you could either go in-person schooling or online schooling. Through the school, or on the online schooling, it was through a different program, but it was still through the school in our hometown. So what ended up happening is, for the first semester of it, JB actually did online schooling. So did I. What had happened was we would get our own computers from the school, and almost every single day for how long? Probably like 3 months. I would go over to his place every single school day.
2 to 3 months, I think.
Yeah,
because
every single school day. Yeah, because my mom, she likes JB, which, that funny enough, she didn't the first time that she met him. She thought he was an asshole. Sarcastic. Here's my dog, by the way. This is Dusty. Everybody say hi. He is a silver lab, and he is a very good boy. Yes, hi, buddy.
Hi, Dusty.
Yes, good boy. So yeah, for about 2 or 3 months, because at that time you were probably 7 minutes from my house, like 5 to 7 minutes, if that, of a drive.
Like I think 10 minutes at most if like you were taking it slow.
Yeah, like it was probably 2 or 3 miles, to be completely honest with you. Maybe 4 at the most. But so basically from about 8:30 a.m. till probably 6 or 7 for about 2 to 3 months, I would go over and hang out at his house. And we'd do schoolwork together, we'd watch TV, play video games, whatever. We were just hanging out, having the time of our life. And so now, he's currently in college. I was going to college. I dropped out of college, found out it wasn't for me. He's still going. And originally, you were doing what, electrical engineering?
Electrical engineering, but then I found out that calculus is the thing.
Yes, and now you are currently going for culinary, correct?
Mm-hmm, that is correct.
So then how my first question, I guess, on this topic, because I got a few questions about the whole college thing. My first question is, did you switch to culinary just because of the difficulty of electrical engineering, or did you find that culinary was actually something that you did quite enjoy, that you would be willing to switch to instead of electrical engineering? Because I know you were dead set on electrical engineering for such a long time.
Yeah, it was kind of calculus it was just way too hard for me. Unfortunately, that's like the biggest part of all the engineering and anything like that is the math-based part of it. And it was too much. I couldn't take it anymore. I failed it twice, unfortunately. But I really enjoy cooking, so that's kind of where like I got the idea of what I wanted to do instead of electrical engineering. I spent, I think, 3 days deciding what I wanted to switch my program to, and I had like a whole list going on. I had biology in there, chemistry, stuff like that. But I just ended up with culinary. One of my passions is cooking, so I just decided to go with it.
All right. So then, what exactly? How? Obviously, they're two different things. One is engineering, and the other one is food.
Yeah, they are quite different.
How were the classes like? Obviously, besides the whole calculus and math portion of it, but overall, how different were the classes between the two subjects? Like, what all have you done already for culinary classes towards a culinary degree?
I haven't done much. Most of my classes I've taken have been general education classes, gen ed. But it's really just they were different. They were quite different. Like, don't get me wrong, but they were both very much intro classes. So, in a sense, they were kind of similar in their own way because they were structured alike because they were both introduction. But the content that I learned in either class were just so far off from each other that it's funny actually, like how different they were. Sometimes I think, like, even now, like especially like it's like, culinary. Never thought it was gonna end up like this.
Well, and I'm honestly really well. So okay, side note. I guess this is more of a question than my side note that I was just going to talk about. When do you actually start classes for culinary? Like, is it going to be like you actually go there and you learn and you cook at school? Like, you go into an actual class and cook, or how's it? Do you know exactly what happens for your next classes?
They're kind of structured like labs, in a sense. Like, you go, like for example, there is a pro chef class. You go, when you go in, they give you a recipe. You kind of go throughout the recipe and like how to prepare everything, how to go through with it. So in the simplest way, I'd say it's like a lab. Go in to the kitchen, you make the food that is asked of you that day, and once that's over with, you kind of just go. It's really just, you can get it done and done right faster than some other people. Kudos to you. You can leave.
Okay. So then, my sidetrack earlier, JB here has promised me something, and I'm going to hold him accountable to this to the highest degree. So, me and JB are both into anime. We're not fucking woo weebs type shit. No, we're not into that stuff. It's just something that we enjoy watching. For some of you out there, you might know of the anime called Food Wars. JB here, we've both watched it. JB here has promised me that said he wanted to, I guess. Not necessarily promised. I told him, though, that I will hold him accountable for this. He said that he wants to make me every single meal that is shown in Food Wars. He said,
with some exclusions,
except for like fish stuff, because I don't like fish, and two, you said that stuff's like really difficult to do.
It's like extremely difficult, but there's also like one instance where like one of them uses like A5 Wagyu beef, and like, a lot of it, and it's like that's way too much money. Like even like there's no way I would do that kind of stuff. But like simple dishes, the stuff that like the main character makes, all that stuff I'll make all day long.
Oh yeah, that he somehow. somehow beats these people that use like A5 Wagyu, which is one of the top tier Wagyus. I think it was also Japanese A5, which, if I'm not mistaken, is like the highest
Japanese
tier.
A5 is, yeah.
Yeah, well, because I know there's like
melts
different.
In your mouth as soon as you bite it.
Yeah, well, because there's like different countries and everything that have like A5. I know, but like Japanese A5 is like the tippity top, I believe. You know, so obviously that is going to be costly. But the main character somehow still beats her with, what was it?
It was.
Was it?
What was it?
Was it a curry?
That's funny because I just started rereading it. I'm currently rereading it, and I can look it up.
Yeah, look it up real quick because I want to know, because it wasn't. He used his base was meat. I know that because
because it was a meat. It's a meat based bowl dish. It's exactly what it was.
Yeah,
and I think he used steak.
Yeah. So, you know, you use some simple stuff or whatever, which, again, obviously, we're not going to be able to get our hands on A5 Wagyu without costing an arm and a leg. And especially with me, I'm a big dude, right? I am a solid 6'8". I eat a lot of food. Even with the meals that he's going to make me, I'm going to try and slow down and enjoy them so I can give him honest feedback about that. That way it can definitely help him. But he can also attest to this. I inhale my food. I don't... The amount of times people have said, dude, did you even taste it? I'd be like, yeah, I did. They're like, I don't think you did because it's gone in 3 minutes. Like, yeah, well, I'm hungry. So I also feel like it'd be a waste. Okay, so what kind of beef bowl was it?
He used convenience store sirloin steak.
And he won with that. So obviously we're not going to be doing that. That's probably going to be closest to what we're going to be using, or you're going to be using when making those dishes.
Yeah. It was 700 yen. That's how much the steak was that he used at this pristine school and these like amazing judges, and it's just I love it.
Which that is $5.17 steak.
Cheap steak.
700 Japanese yen, at least currently at the time, is $5.17 US dollars.
Oh no, that's I probably couldn't even find a good sized steak at that price. Even
you also got to realize that was 700 for that big portion. You can't even get You can't even get $5.17 worth of steak in America, like anywhere, with that quantity.
Yeah, it's like. Because it's like close to that with like maybe half. 2 pounds at most.
Yeah. I mean, even 2 pounds of beef is almost $10.
Yeah, it's just getting ridiculous, I think.
Just be lucky. Can I kind of out you just real quick with something?
Do it.
So, JB here refuses to get a license in a vehicle. He is also now living in a larger city than what our hometown is, where my hometown, he lived close to it, for his hometown was like 10 minutes away. So he refuses to get a license and a vehicle, but he also lives in a city where they have public transport and he can just ride there. And so just be thankful though, dude, that you do not have to worry about gas. Because that is atrocious. Yeah. It was awful, even just for gasoline, when it was almost at $5 a gallon. And I was driving like 40 miles a day for work. Half my paycheck wasn't gas, and it pissed me off.
Yeah. So but you also have to realize the fact that the money that you spent on gas, I'm spending that amount on cards.
So that was another question, or another thing I wanted to bring up. My man JB here, right here. Wait, right here. Do you have your book right next to you?
Oh, the funny part is, I've actually changed it. It's now books. It's books.
Do you have them right near you?
I got one sitting right there, and I've got one sitting right there.
So
that I'm currently working on them both right now.
So one of them's completely full, correct?
They're both completely full.
Okay, so he has 2 binder books full. Those are... You might not have been able to see it super because it's camera quality. Both of those are easily as thick as the thickest Harry Potter book, The Goblet of Fire, I believe, which is like 700 to 800 pages.
I'm pretty sure it is... They're... I think they're both 4-inch binders.
So at least 4 to... But you probably also have them bustling full.
Yeah, there's not a single duplicate in either one of those binders. And I'm not close to being done.
2 4-inch binders full of Pokemon cards. Which I don't think we ever specified it was Pokemon. 2
no, we didn't.
Full 4-inch binders.
This is also full?
Huh?
This is also full that I need to put into a binder. This I got to put into a binder. I got cards to my left and cards to my right. Got cards on my bed that I have to take care of.
So
you can see it.
Roughly how much?
Right there.
Roughly how much Pokemon memorabilia, cards, or anything else? How much you think you've spent in total your entire life? How much money? Not how much you could have earned from the cards by selling them. How much you have used to purchase them. And think about the money. I've also bought him stuff, and what everyone else has bought you as well. Because I've bought you cards as well as like presents.
That's the scary fact. Either one, I can't count that high, or 2, it's just too. It's too much.
But counting that high isn't very difficult for you, considering I don't think you know the number past 2.
Fair, yeah. There's one.
I would
other number like it's
1, 2. Yeah, I would honestly easily say you have over $3 to $4 grand. At that's lowballing it.
Oh, that's very lowballing it. Like
Probably close to
oh,
seven,
also,
honestly. $7,000 worth of Pokemon stuff.
it's just
Plus the amount of plus your games. Oh god.
Like this is all like those are all single like sleeved cards for like really like nice cards that I like actually spent time sorting through.
Damn.
I don't have a problem, I promise.
All right, so then I guess I'm trying to think of a question. All right, then let's switch it up real quick. Do you have any questions that you wish to ask me?
It's a. What do you think on that? It's. Are you planning on coming back to college, or what are you thinking about doing?
That I don't know. I might possibly, if what I'm doing currently, trying to get my CDL and everything, if that doesn't work out, or if I just don't want to do it anymore, then I might actually try and get my welding my certifications and then do that, because a lot of people, people probably don't know this, but I went to a career school for 2 years during my junior and senior year, which it was a service offered by our school and a bunch of other schools in our state, which you were given the choice to go to this place. It was called, it was a career center, where during your junior and senior years, if you wanted to, you would go do your first few hours of schooling. Sorry. Then you would go to lunch, and then after that you would get on the bus, go to a different city, where there was this building with a bunch of, basically early head start on a career that you wanted. There was welding, culinary, construction, graphic design, allied health, which is nursing, public safety, fireman, police officer, that type of stuff. It was anything and everything. Agriculture.
There was some writing ones in there too.
Yeah.
Like there was one for like, literature and just in general.
Business, coding, stuff like that. I went there both years, my junior and senior year, and I went for welding. And I got pretty damn good at it. I'm not going to say I'm the best welder in the world, but I can weld a fucking bead. I can put two pieces of metal together and it can stick, and it can look nice as well. It's a good one and it looks nice. So I might, because I did go to college for one semester to do that, but with doing the early career center, in college, if you wanted to do welding and you didn't have any prior education on it, you would have to do this thing called welding lab and welding theory. Welding theory is the book portion behind welding. How to read a tape measure, which apparently a lot of people don't freaking know how to do.
Really?
It would also, yeah. When I went, even junior year, there was a lot of people who did not know how to properly read fractions and properly use a tape measure, or how to properly convert fractions.
Yikes!
The converting fractions I can get, because unless you do it a lot, it can be confusing if you haven't done it a long time. But reading a tape measure, where the numbers are laid out for you.
It's like every foot is literally labeled and in a different color.
Exactly. I don't get it. But so with that early career education, let me backtrack, I guess. In the college, you have welding, and then that's welding theory, is the bookwork type stuff. And learning about all the different stuff with cutting torches, what to set your machine at for certain thicknesses of metal, for certain positions of metal, because there's straight flat, there's overhead where you got to weld above your head, there's a bunch of different ways of welding and different machines and all that. So then there's also welding lab, where you were given stuff by your instructor, different types of welds to practice, and then once you did good or passed the test, you could move on to another one. I need to grab something to drink after this story. So after this story, we're going to take just a quick break so we can kind of get everything resettled. So then in the college, there's welding lab and welding theory 1, and then there's welding lab and welding theory 2. By doing the early career stuff, I got basically a pass to where I did not have to do welding and theory 1, which I still have those. I had those qualifications and everything because it's just a certificate from the early career thing, signed off by your instructor. And the instructor at the college actually was my first year instructor for my welding class at the early career center. So I might go back and do that. I did one semester. I took a print reading and sketching class, a machining class, and electrical engineering one. None of them were difficult except the electrical engineering because the guy didn't explain anything. He showed you what it was and then told you to do it. He didn't explain it very well. He's like, all right, this is how this works. Go make it yourself. He didn't explain why it works.
Oh, gosh, I couldn't imagine that.
I don't think I passed that class. I believe I passed the print reading, sketching, and the machining. Which... No, it was either I barely passed it. I think I barely passed the electrical studies. Like, the exam saved my ass.
I feel like you were... Did you ask me questions? I feel like you did at some point.
At one point I did,
but,
yeah.
Like, the engineering part of it.
Yeah.
Not the electrical, but like the engineering part of it. You had to ask me some questions, and like I remember meeting you in the Innovation Center on campus like a couple of times. Like I think it was like once or twice a week. And we would meet up, and like if you had questions or if I had questions, and like we would just kind of like talk it out and study.
Yeah, just go with it. Yeah. Then my issue after that was just money, because I did have a full-time job, but I was making about half a paycheck because of school each week, and so I wasn't really able to save much money because I was driving to a different city at least half an hour away 4 times a week, and I have a truck, so it's not great on gas.
It's not cheap.
Yeah, and so then what I would and then I was going to go back like 1 year later, because you could not go for 2 semesters and then you could come back, but if you were gone for longer than 2 semesters, you were no longer in the college. And it was fall, spring, and summer. So I didn't go spring or summer. Thought about going back in fall, and I got a different job, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to, because this one as well, I don't need a college degree for it. And then after that, here we are now, because it would have been this semester that I would have gone back if I decided to. The only issue with trying to go back is I would have to probably start in fall again. And the classes that I want are spring and summer classes. And in all honesty, the only reason I would go back would be to get my certifications. Because once I'm certified, I don't need to complete the degree. That's really all I need is just the certifications. I could finish it out and just get a degree in applied science, but who knows?
You could. Because like also what I was thinking is, I know it wouldn't have worked out, but like even if the driving portion of it just ended up it was being too much and like costed too much, getting a place on campus wouldn't have been a bad idea too.
We could have been roommates.
We could have been roommates, but you decided no.
Because I found a job that paid that, could turn into a career, so. Who knows?
There's plenty of places that would need a welder in Traverse, or in the place that we're staying at.
Oh, plenty. Actually, I have a drink right here. I don't need to stop. I got Sunny D.
You got Sunny D?
Sunny D's nuts.
Whoa there. I got some cherry 7-Up sitting right here.
You want a Sprite cranberry?
Do you want a Sprite cranberry? Breaks into house. And yes, we both are drinking them out of the containers that you're supposed to pour into glasses. We really don't care.
Why keep refilling a glass? I'm gonna drink more in a glass way anyway. I already know I am.
Like, why dirty a glass?
Exactly. So, JB, I got a question for you real quick, off topic from the podcast.
Yeah, what you got?
Do you have another computer in your place that you can run an emulator on?
No, but I'm thinking about getting one.
I was going to say, because if you wanted to, Could record Pokemon Nuzlocke.
That's what I was like. That's why I'm thinking about saving up and getting one where I can run at least, even if it's just like a simple, even just a gaming PC. Just actually, I can get it. I can get that emulator as long as it's not a Chromebook. That's literally the only thing that's stopping me, is just the fact that I have a Chromebook.
Are you not able to get emulators on Chromebooks?
Oh, I can't download stuff like Steam and stuff either.
Oh, is it a school Chromebook?
No, it's just a Chromebook doesn't allow it because it's not a Windows or an Apple. It's not run by Windows or Apple or anything like that, so you can't get that stuff. The App Store on Chromebook is literally the Play Store.
Well, I'm saying like download one from the internet.
It wouldn't let me.
Really?
There's no one that can run on Chromebook. It has to be Windows or Mac or whatever it is.
Damn.
That's what I thought too. So like I'm thinking about saving up and getting myself like a gaming laptop. Because even then, like I can just get a controller and just connect it and play it there. Right. I don't need this really big setup to do that kind of thing, especially if it's just basic Nuzlocke.
Mm-hmm. Damn, well that sucks. I'm really hoping to record one.
Alright. Which they're not expensive, but it's like what, $3,000 for a really good one?
For a decent one, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a really good one's like $4,000 or $5,000.
You can even get a decent one that can run that stuff. Like I think Glenn's was like $7,000 to $1,000, and his is really good for games.
Yeah,
like his was running.
It's nothing bad at all. As long as you run it well and like you pay, as long as you, as long as you like keep it nice and keep it clean, keep it healthy in a sense. It's really just it won't go out on you. This thing's about to go. I gotta get a new one quick.
Right. Well, and even like Glenn, when I was going to college, we would play. He would play Call of Duty Vanguard when it first came out on not bad settings, like mid settings, and it still ran perfectly fine.
I literally played a game of Fortnite on it.
Yeah.
At the best settings I could, and it ran just fine.
Yeah. Like, you don't even need a super expensive one. Like, a few $100 will work good for one. Which, next step I'm going to do when I get back to work, because I'm currently out of work right now because of COVID, so I got to wait to be able to actually go and make money again. Because once I'm over it, then I am able to go back into work. All I need to do for mine, because I have an actual PC, as you know, I just need to upgrade my CPU and my motherboard and all that stuff and RAM and all that, and then I should be set for mine.
Yeah, we can play together. We can actually have fun again. Because there's only like 2 games that we can play together, and we don't even play those games anymore.
What games?
Yeah, 2 games. Fortnite and Apex.
No, there's
Minecraft.
There's a few we could also play, like Spellbreak, but when was the last time we played that?
When we first watched that YouTube video on it, when it first came out.
So, like 2 years ago?
Yeah, something like that. Like 2.5. Long time ago.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Hold on one second. No, okay. Yeah, so sorry about that break, everybody.
I think you get the new one.
My friend there, not sponsored, by the way. I just quite enjoy this product. Gamer Subs. My JB right there also just held up his. We both have the same one. He has a few more flavors. This one was from a while ago. I haven't used yet.
Got another one.
Yep. Mine's the Russian Badger flavor. The Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000 is fantastic. Again, not sponsored at all, but I highly suggest getting Gamer Subs. It's so good, so tasty, so good for you. I love it so much.
Have you seen the new flavor?
I have not. Oh, the Misfits. No, not the Misfits. Yeah, Misfits. No.
Oh, Schlatt made it. It's a Schlatt one. I'll tell you the name of it. It's I love it. So it's white. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's white, okay. And it's gonna make so much sense when I tell you the name. It's called Titty Milk.
That's fantastic. There's one
hilarious.
There's one that I love. Well, I don't even know if I can say it because I don't know them personally, and it's their brand, so I'm not really going to say it because it's not released. They've said it on their podcast many a times, but I'm not going to say it. Where was I getting at? I don't know. Okay, so then I guess next question.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. Yeah. Shit. I usually have questions planned out, but I'm going to be honest with you. The entire time that I texted you asking if you want to be on the podcast versus when we started, I was trying to get everything set up. So
Yeah, I figured.
I've been getting these questions on the fly.
Which, if you haven't noticed, that's what we like to do a lot, is just not think.
Yeah, we are not. We very much so big head, no thoughts.
Yes, extreme big heads.
No thoughts. Okay, I guess one question, because, everybody wants to be a streamer, YouTuber, or anything. I'm obviously doing this podcast because I want to put something on the internet, just want to have fun with it. I really don't expect it to go anywhere. Just want to have fun, see where it goes. So, at one point, you would talk about making a YouTube channel as well, because, also, a group of us during when COVID started, when we were juniors, we decided to make a gaming clan and all that. We have a few videos up on the internet. I don't even think we can get in the account anymore. I don't remember what email it's under or the information.
Oh gosh,
there's a few videos on it that all the videos, by the way, were edited and put on there by me from my Xbox.
You edited them on the Xbox
for all the
computer.
I didn't have my computer then.
Oh gosh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Well, no, I did.
It wasn't running.
Yeah, well, because it wasn't running enough to actually record and edit on enough. Mm-hmm. I simply just used it to download stuff on... No, I didn't have my computer. I saved all of it. After I made the edited video, I saved it to my OneDrive, got on my OneDrive on my phone, and then uploaded it to YouTube through my phone.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
So, there's a few videos there.
What account's that under?
The old channel itself was called Headhunters Gaming. It's got a blue logo on it that says Headhunters Gaming on it. There's no audio with any of it.
Oh, there is one audio. It's just not us talking.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's usually like music or something. There's no talking on it. It's just game audio.
I know, because it was the video of me and you having a sniper fight. Just messing around on Fortnite.
Yep, that was a Fortnite compilation of sniper shots.
I wish, because you were there, right? When I did the no scope with the guy when he was using the grapple gun.
I was there, but I think because you were on Switch, we couldn't get the clip.
We couldn't record it, unfortunately. It was awesome though.
Which now we could if I do a clip or Brandon or Purge or Brandon or Glenn or anybody records a clip on their Xbox, they just send it to me. I can do it and then upload it. But again, I don't remember how to get in that account. I don't remember the email, no nothing. I probably could get back into it. It'd just be a hassle though. But that's a few years ago, so I do not want to relive that past.
That's crazy.
And so then, with the whole YouTube thing and everything about how we're just doing it for fun, really, we don't really expect to go anywhere. We're just doing this for fun. Give us something to do. We only live once.
Seriously? Like we're not really doing it seriously at all.
No, we're doing it as a meme.
We're doing it because it seems like people are successful at it.
Yeah, we just want to do it just because it's fun. I have a buddy who you've been introduced to a few months back, who's also a streamer. He's pretty successful, great guy, and just the community that he has developed is something that I wanted to do with streaming and YouTube. I just wanted to do a community where we all can kind of just hang out and have fun, if it ever went anywhere. But you wanted to do which there's also a video up on a channel of yours of you playing Pokemon with no talking, just video game. What did you want to do exactly for doing a YouTube channel? Because I know you said once you get a computer you wanted to do it as well. Similar aspect of mine, just hanging out, having fun.
I wanted to do a lot more of Pokemon related things, whether that be playing games or looking at cards and things like that. just because obviously you saw I'm a fanatic when it comes to Pokemon, so I just wanted to play the games, record them, and post them online because I follow a lot of other people that do the same thing, and it's just I was inspired to do it. We don't talk about that video, by the way. I hate that video.
That video is fantastic. What? It's like a 10 or 20 minute video of him playing, what was it, Pokemon White?
Pokemon Black.
Pokemon
no
Black.
audio, not even game audio.
It was, yeah, just a 20-minute video of him starting a new Pokemon White game and just playing it. That's all it is.
All it is.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, like, that's all it is. There's no audio, there's no game audio, there's no me talking or anything like that. It's literally just the video.
No, I thought there was audio of the game.
No, because I screen recorded it.
Oh, wow. Hold on, I'm going to look this up, though, because I want to see if there is.
Yeah, see, I want to make sure that's actually a good idea. Like, make sure. I hope I deleted.
First thing when I look up the channel is 2 years ago, Pokemon Black Episode 1, The Beginning.
Oh my god, no. It's still up? That's awful. I hate that.
Oh, it's still up, alright. Comments are turned off, by the way.
Oh, I know. I turned them off. Because of you. I didn't want
there is no game audio. There is no game audio. I fast forwarded later in the video. No, yeah, you did.
I screen recorded it, my guy.
Oh my goodness.
If I have that account, I do.
That is fantastic.
Oh, is this it?
I'm just going to see, because, I don't have a second monitor, but I'm going to see if it'll show up.
Yeah, it's so bad.
That is what it is. You can see right here that it was on a desktop, and he just screen recorded it. There's the game.
And the game was so choppy, too.
Oh, it was.
So bad.
It was horrible, but...
It's just funny.
I also have on a personal channel of mine of me playing Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Zombies, grinding for the Ether camo in Zombies with snipers only. I'm not disclosing that channel nor that video though, because it was awful.
Yeah, Tristan, for the so there was the Fortnite Clips one, which is the one I was talking about.
Did you find the channel?
Snipes and winning shots.
Did you find the channel?
They are, yeah, the group channel. There's like Subnautica, Minecraft, Overwatch, Fortnite.
How did you find that so quick?
I don't know what to tell you. I'm just good. I also have Brandon's channel up too.
Oh, that one's oh.
Who did he posted a TikTok?
Yep, found it. Subnautica, Minecraft King of the Hill. That was at Glenn's birthday. Overwatch highlights with Headhunters Gaming. Fortnite snipes and winning shots. Fortnite clips. Which, by the way, I want to point out, every single one of these videos was under our Headhunters clan. Every single clip is from my Xbox or me playing. Because no one would ever send me the clips when I would tell them to. And so I'm like, alright, screw it. I'll just make the video.
Yeah, and it's like I was the only one that couldn't because I play on Switch.
Which is funny because I feel like you were the only one that actually would send me the clips if you could.
Oh, I would have. I still would have if I could have because I had such good stuff.
Yeah, so all of us have done many, many different things on YouTube.
So good. Hey, that means we can only get better from here.
I mean, yeah, that's true, I guess.
You can't lie. There's no way we can get worse.
There are also some videos back from 2015 of me and Brandon on the internet.
Oh my gosh, that was with my phone.
No, that was Brandon's.
I remember you making videos in the gym.
Oh, yeah, I made them with your phone, yes, because I didn't have a phone at the time. But the ones I'm talking about that are on there of me and Brandon were with his phone back in 2015 or 16.
I remember those videos. I gotta find those videos again.
Me and Brandon also, as 12-year-olds, tried to be Vine famous, because during that time, that was when Vine was a thing. Back 2014 to 2016 era was when we were doing it. We tried to be famous on Vine. I am not disclosing the names of any of these other channels. You could probably guess why.
So I can remember it.
You don't dox us, please.
Don't do it. Don't
do it. Don't do it. Do not do it, my friend, please.
Oh my gosh. That channel needs to go.
It was god awful.
I hate that now. It's just why is it there?
It's one of those, I wish we didn't do it, but also at the same time, I'm glad that we did, because that's those are mistakes that are on the internet. They will never go away.
Can I please tell me I can delete this video?
No, keep it up there. Keep it up.
I'm gonna keep it up. I just want to know if I can.
Oh yeah, if you still have access.
If I have the ability to.
If you still have access to that account, you can still delete it.
8 views 2 years ago. I'm at least half of him. You're probably the other half.
Oh, I've looked at it a good 4 or 5 times. Yeah, I've just clicked on it to look at it. But yeah, so there's definitely some channels. The only video, there's 2 videos that actually have audio of me, and it's the Subnautica one from our group channel, and then the Black Ops one with me on my channel, because the way that I did that is I had my computer at the time, but my computer was not good enough to also record while also playing a video game, especially not Black Ops Cold War. So what I did was I would stream off Twitch on my Xbox, and Twitch will actually save your VODs for a certain amount of time. I think it's 14 or 30 days or something like that. And when I was done with it, I downloaded the VOD and then uploaded it to YouTube. No editing, no nothing. Just straight from Twitch to YouTube.
Airing today, aren't we?
Right. And that was almost 2 years ago, I believe.
I don't want to think about that. It's already 2 years ago?
Terrifying, to be honest with you. Life is moving way too fast.
Tristan, we're both halfway until our next birthday.
Less than halfway.
Yeah. That's what terrifies me.
We are almost 20 years old.
Oh God. This last year went by way too quick.
It went by too quick, and it also feel like it went by too slow.
Gosh. Great times, great memories. Bad times, bad memories.
Because like even when I worked in construction, that was in like May. It's at least half year to going on to a year now. It doesn't feel like it was that long ago. It also doesn't feel like it's been half a year almost since I got this new job. Like it doesn't feel like it's been almost 6 months.
Oh, it's been 6 months since I started my job.
Yeah.
And it feels like it's only been like 2.
Yeah. Yet it's also felt so long. God, we sound like old, like 50-year-olds thinking about the glory days of high school.
To be fair, those are still glory days. And not so glorious days, but we don't talk about those days.
There's a lot of non-glorious days.
Oh no, not the book. Not the book.
The book?
Not the book. Were you there for that? The book in the bathroom?
Oh, I wasn't. I don't think I was there for that, but I know the story of it.
No, not the book. Another thing you could tell is we have a lot of inside jokes.
Remember when I found the cheese stick stuck to the side of the wall in the boys' bathroom?
What?
Lunchtime, I think it was sophomore year. I go into the bathroom during lunchtime to, just go pee. And, where the urinals were, the end of the urinals, there was another wall right next to it. There's just a cheese stick. Like, someone grabbed a cheese stick and just whipped it at the wall. It just stuck. I might have a photo of it still.
Oh, nice.
Just a cheese stick stuck to the wall.
I don't know that. I didn't know that one.
I'm surprised you don't, because after that happened, I came running back into the cafeteria like, guys.
You might have talked about it, but, like, I don't remember it.
I think I showed Brendan and Marshall, or Brendan and Ty, one of the two.
I feel like you might have showed me, too. It's just, oh my gosh. Cheese stick to the urinal wall.
That was honestly... High school was something else. It was something else.
That emphasizes our school. That perfectly just describes how our school was.
That just perfectly describes how just high school in general was. Just in America. This is America.
Oh, there's a cheese stick on the wall.
Oh yeah, that's fairly normal. Somehow.
God, that just blows my mind. It's only been 7 years.
Huh?
It's been 7 years since we met.
Going on 7, yeah.
Now that's crazy.
Yeah.
It feels like just yesterday.
Yeah, right? Alright, well, it's been about an hour, so I think we can kind of wrap this up. We're kind of crawling right now, because I was not a good host and thought of genuine topics.
Yeah, but it's the first one. There's always got to be a few errors.
Yeah, we got a starting point at least now. So, I guess thank you for coming on. I really appreciate you coming in and joining me for my first ever podcast episode, especially on such short notice. Everybody give a round of applause to my friend JB here, Justin, or HH Bull, whatever you wish to call him by. Well, alright, that's going to be the very first episode ever of Viewer Discretion Advised. I hope all of you have a wonderful and fantastic day, or evening, or middle of the night, or early morning, or using the toilet, whatever. I hope you all have an amazing time, amazing day, and amazing year. Thank you all for coming out, and we will see you next time.